Hi, everybody. So I just wanted to have another short little chat with you guys. So I wanted to talk about densities versus dimensions again. So we talked a lot about the densities yesterday, and the density is more physical. So the density is, I'm an Arcturian, and this is an example. So I'm an Arcturian, and I'm from the 6th density, and I lived in a crystal city in my last life. And then I came into the 3rd density to help this planet raise its consciousness. So I'm now living in a human body in the 3rd density. So that's an example of densities. And there's 7 of them. And the 7th density is more ethereal. So I don't believe that there's anybody here on Earth that is actually from the 7th density. I think it would be a very painful experience, and I don't really think it's possible. So, anyway, the dimensions are about your consciousness. So dimensions really have to do with how you feel. What dimension are you living in? It's your reality. So I'm going to put a consciousness scale in the community tab so you guys can look at it. And I'm sure you've seen it before. But depending on how you feel, you know which dimension you're in. So let's say you're a 6th density being coming to the 3rd density right now, and you're just kind of living in pride. Okay. So pride is 175. So that's where it resonates at. And pride is basically, let's say you were 6th density, you would be like, oh, I know everything and you know nothing. So I'm going to tell you what to do and it will save you. So that's pride. And it's actually not okay, really. It's not doing anybody else any good. So another one is love. So love is 500. So if you're in the love vibe, which everybody says all we need is love, that's actually correct. If we were all vibrating in love, everything that's happening right now would just blow away. It wouldn't happen. It would just end. Because we'd all be on that same consciousness level. Now, a lot of people have had a lot of trauma. So it keeps them more into the anger or fear or grief. And these are really kind of suffering type of consciousness. And none of us are victims. So we all came here kind of knowing what we were getting into. And we might not have known the details, but we knew the lessons. So it's just really important to kind of forgive yourself and let go of it. Because as the baggage dissipates, as you let go of the trauma, then your consciousness rises. So anyway, I wanted to bring that up because that's basically the dimensions. So if you're in a state of love and joy, then you're going to be able to manifest the life that you want in a much easier way. If you're in the state of anger or fear, you're going to be kind of like stuck. You're going to believe that the world is not really able to provide what it should for you or what you want. So kind of think about like when you get triggered by something, like something someone says or something someone's doing, and figure out where that came from inside of you. And then go ahead and decide where you want to be on this scale. And just keep striving to move up. And you're going to eventually move up into enlightenment. So that's a beautiful thing. And to go through, I believe that love and joy are in the 5th dimension. And then once you get into peace, that's the 6th dimension. And enlightenment is many dimensions, like you just keep going up. So, and I think we're actually creating new planes of consciousness, and we're just moving farther and farther forward. So let's see what some of the things we can do to actually make this happen. So if you can lighten your load, which is basically, if it's not good for you, don't do it. And if you can't seem to get yourself to stop doing it, ask yourself why you're doing it. So an example of this would be like people pleasing. Maybe you have a large group of friends and you're the one who kind of does a lot of the things. You're like the hub of the friends, right? And you're giving so much time out to other people that you have no time left for yourself. So pleasing them so they love you, because you want that back. You want that feeling of gratitude and love to come back to you, versus taking time for yourself and actually loving yourself first. So if you can love yourself first, then you're not looking outside of yourself for love. And you're not doing things that aren't necessarily great for you just in order to get that love from someone else. So that's one thing you can think about, like, as you go throughout your day. Another thing is that sometimes we just kind of let ourselves go. Like, an easy example of self-love is brushing your teeth every day, doing your laundry, learning a new skill that's going to really help you move forward in your life, and actually sticking to it. If you're doing that, then you're being self-loving. And investing in yourself with either time or money or both. And being with yourself, being happy just to be you. So that's another thing that I think really helps raise consciousness. So another thing I wanted to talk about is something that I do. So I do a lot of tune-ins in the morning, and I kind of like tune into my day. But another thing that I do that's not necessarily like, actively seeking answers from my higher self is what I call active meditation. So this is doing something that you enjoy so much that your mind begins to just relax. So this could be gardening, this could be hiking, this could be walking the dog, this could be creative, something creative that you're doing. For me, it's always creative. And, I love to paint, I love to make jewelry, I love to do those things. And I'm able to get lost in it. So it's like taking a break. And think about some of those things that you really love. And it might be completely different than the things that I listed. But if you can do that for yourself, that is very self-loving. And it's probably something that your higher self is hoping you will do. Because not only do you want to experience it, but your higher self wants to experience it as well. So Anyway, I just wanted to bring these things up, and I will put this scale in the community tab, which is, if you go to the channel, you just press community and you'll see it. But anything you can do for yourself for part of the day, every day, is the ultimate self-love. And if you love yourself, then you can truly love others, and you're also not dependent on the love that they give you. So anyway, I hope this helps, and I hope you enjoy your day, and take care, okay? Talk to you guys soon. Bye.